Okay. When last we left our intrepid heroes in their daring adventure, the previous episode, the night before, they had met the summit master of the Selkari, who had revealed to them some stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Yes. Sadly, we had some technical difficulties in real life that kept us from exploring a Q&A. I'd like to try and get that done now and speed past filling up the hull, as I'm sure you guys will pick up some stuff.
So basically, he gives the whole spiel, and I'm like, you want to help us do what?
Well, if I'm mistaken, one usually needs to stop his pursuers, and I assumed you would do the same, as the Black Church has very much become your pursuers.
You're, oh, you're not wrong. But you're volunteering to go or help us fight the Black Church. Oh boy.
Yes, a force this great, a force this great requires that the realms stand against them. There's not much left for them to take.
What aid can you offer?
Motions around himself. I, I built this from nothing with merely time. Um, I hope I can put it to some use.
You're going to drop them in a volcano? Out of game, because we're in a
Um,
volcano cavern, yeah?
right, right. That's a little literal, but in a metaphorical sense, I would like to drown their um ah, organization, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
in fire, if that's befitting.
I mean,
They drown the world in water.
I'm fine with both literal and metaphorical interpretation.
I highly doubt they'd get anywhere near enough to a precipice for us to push them in.
Yeah, we can dream.
We can.
So, sorry guys. Okay, you are going to help us. I guess the question at this point is, what are we going to do? Are we going to try and take? Is this a plan to try and take them head on? Because no offense, but it seems to me that if you thought that you could take them head on, you would have already done so. I kind of
You're
raised my.
very right.
I'm trying not to be offensive, but
No, you're very right. One doesn't move against the church openly without all of its followers viewing you as an enemy. This is a very tenebrous task. One must remain mercurial. There's been no true way for me to strike at them any devastating blow. But as I'm sure all of you are aware, things have changed of recent. No?
Oh, very much.
so the main question that comes to my mind is if you think or know of a way that we could, because you said that one of their main strengths is all their followers. Well, I'll be blunt. I somehow doubt that the vast majority of the Black Church's followers are truly aware of what they are. As I understand, out of game, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Black Church is basically the state religion.
Correct. You're very right.
So,
They are puppet mastering the empire, is the belief of the Sakari chieftain.
if we could somehow get confirmation, evidence of their true natures, of what they're doing, and distribute it in such a fashion that would make it very difficult for them to be able to refute. Well, not that they wouldn't try, but if we could reduce their number of followers, that would certainly go a long way to making them vulnerable.
You know what it sounds like you're describing to me is an espionage ring, spy master. Perhaps it's the purview of your people, correct?
I kind of bob my head side to side. Maybe. Okay,
Ah,
yeah. No, no.
perhaps one has been lax in his duties.
What did you say? Say I'm sorry.
So perhaps one has been lax in his duties. I hear your island is abuzz.
They are.
Ah,
Word of magic. Many of the word of the return. Many of the clansmen have returned or have gone back home. I chose to
yes,
stay on.
it is a time of celebration all across northern Ecclesia.
Euclesians, the Tavirians, the Mav, Sokari. There are many who do not favor the Empire and its church. They do not work
One
together.
would almost believe that the Harkin, one would almost believe the Harkin would be prone to being riled up against the Empire,
I have no
if one
doubt.
had the notion.
However,
Spits in the lava pool.
yeah,
Uh,
it would be hard enough to get Mav to work with any others.
When he
They
says
can't even work with
hearken,
themselves.
this is true.
Harkin will work with no other.
This is why they choose to live in such harsh climate. Hard to attack them. You can barely make it there. And so I give my aid willingly. And before you leave the island, I will send one of my lieutenants with you. Um, do with him as you will. He will be eyes, ears, hands, nothing else. But all of you will carry some token away from here, letting the rest of the Selkari know that you are a friend. They will deal with you honestly and fairly, and they will speak plainly.
Oh, that is more than I can ask for most, so thank you.
You're welcome. In a time like this, honesty is quite the gift. As moving forward, I'm sure all of you are aware, lies will become their greatest weapon, and they will use them against you. Be careful, young ones. But know when time comes, you can call on the Selkari for aid, and we will come. And the Selkari faction will basically become a resource for you guys. Sorry, go ahead, Justin.
No, if he's still talking,
So,
I don't.
so in game, I'm like, so, we here are in agreement then. Going to overthrow an entire empire. Oof. I'd laugh. Well, let it never be said that the children of men are not ambitious.
Ha.
I will spread word my brethren, when I next have the opportunity to watch for the church and see what we can find.
Yes, and hopefully the Crane clan will count the Selkari amongst their friends.
I bow. I shall certainly spread word that Silkari are to be trusted in this matter. And in all. Out of game, it's one of those I can't promise anything more than that.
That's fair. They've got a long-standing verbal truce with the Crab clan after running headlong with them for so many encounters. It behooved them all to just decide not to fuck with one another. But he has his family involved in a lot of things. He himself has a little influence in the empire, and he's going to see what he can get done. If he learns anything, he will reach out to you guys.
Oh boy.
And then, if there's any more questions, he would take those. If not, he would ask that you guys take a meal with him. You did not need to suffer the heat of the volcano. You could sit outside of the cave with him. Like,
Yeah. Forge is bad enough. I don't really want to stay in here.
fair. Besides, you're pretty sure um, far too long in here would require some fortitude saves,
Hmm.
as like it becomes relatively hard to breathe. I mean, it's already stifling from the heat, but let's face it, there's an insane amount of gases that begin to build. So from time to time, small pockets of unbreathable air come through there. If one isn't
We
ready,
don't have the red tunic, guys. We can't
yeah,
just hang
it's
out in
hard to
here.
it's hard to hang out in the fire castle without the red tunic.
Alrighty.
I got that one.
Hmm.
Okay. So you guys make your way down from the summit, and there will be a Selkari lieutenant that joins the crew.
Okay.
All of you are given a silver brooch in the shape of an eyeball. Sandoval,
Yep.
you're given an item for your quarters. It is a water clock, which doesn't make sense because A, they're already hard to keep in time. Like they're insanely inaccurate. I could go on about the reasons why it doesn't make sense to have one on a ship. They insist that you take it. He ensures you it will come in handy. Basically, it is a way for him to ensure he can keep track with the ship and reach out if need be.
Alrighty.
Would bow over it. I don't know if I'm gonna be keeping it in or attempting to keep it in time.
That doesn't need to stay in time. He would tell you that. That's irrelevant, whether or not it's accurate. It just needs to be set up and running.
Well, I'm sure we can do that much at least.
Good.
Okay.
What is he like a vegetarian or is there meat on the menu?
No, there's meat because the summit master doesn't eat certain things. Doesn't mean that he wouldn't provide them for you guys.
Yeah.
Genji,
What a terrible host that would be.
Right.
we
What's the
have
stop, people?
one stop before we reach, or we have one port before we reach the edges of Tiveria. Are there any items that would be worth our time to bring to your home?
You could roll a knowledge local. Hello.
I hear you fine.
Who were you asking for
Jim.
the knowledge local from?
Jim.
Jim.
Ah, I didn't
Sorry.
hear you name since he was the one talking. I thought you were addressing him.
Forgive.
Well, I addressed you in game, so he was saying you could roll for the answer.
I had not heard. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. I thought for some reason I thought you were talking to the. I, as the player, thought you were addressing the summit master, which did confuse me a little. But like, I mean, I don't know why you're talking to him. It's like that. It's not like we're coming back. My bad. My bad, guys.
Hey there, Haji. What's the best way to make money?
It's for roll 20 to actually function properly. Damn it. I just want to switch tabs, you stupid fucking. Knowledge local! Ha 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 ha. Uh, 15.
Yeah, you can't truly speak for anyone other than like your own clan and some of their shortcomings. But often enough, one of the things that most of the locals ask for or becomes in high demand is usually illicit like liquors, like rum, exotic drinks, things like that. Luxury items for the most part.
Out of game, oddly enough, things that will be fairly easy to come by where we're going.
Correct. The reason I'm was self-sustaining. Smuggle a lot.
Like, well, more exotic liquors will certainly not go astray. So I'll go ahead and tell you this. If you actually bother to think back, you're fairly certain that you recall Genji has always been very willing to try various uh, types of alcohol himself.
Me too.
Like never to Sandoval's getting blackout drunk, which I'm sorry you do that. No, actually, hold on. I don't think you have that much since the group came together.
Mm-mm.
Particularly not once you were made a captain.
Nope. Sandoval actually keeps a vial of marching powder to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, ever since he took responsibility.
After Jaeger eventually gets done eating, he would walk over to the Sokara leader and he would pull out a bottle and offer to fill up his glass if he's drinking wine. And thanks for the hospitality and the food.
Yes. Thank you, young one.
This your bottle of really fancy elvish wine.
It is.
very, very thankful for it. He's not had any in quite some time.
A gift of the Jotun. Grab another plate and continue eating.
So, is there anything else?
Out of
Are you guys ready to
these,
get out of here?
I was like, I feel like there should be, but I honestly, I can't think of anything.
That's fair. This is also, I'll be honest, one of those moments where if later you've got like a pertinent detail we didn't talk about and it's like extraordinarily pertinent, I'm okay with going, yeah, you guys talked about that.
Okay. All right.
But I mean, before we leave, we were planning on purchasing medicine.
We're talking about leaving the mountain,
Yes.
not leaving the city
Oh.
just yet. Because it's one of the things I'm gonna go back and talk to every member of the ship about. That I'm going to be filling the hold with medicine for our next leg of our journey. If they would like to buy into this purchase, come talk to us.
And yes, many men on the ship take up on that. The general consensus is that the bulk of the men would like to get in.
Okay.
So
Realistically,
only the Yachten actually don't really opt in for the whole profiteering thing.
okay. All right. Well, what I need then is how much money did they put in on it?
Each man would gladly allow you to put whatever amount of payment they earn during this leg of the journey into the profit. So their next 6 days pay.
Oh boy. About not the folder I want. Math, yay.
Yay, math.
What about Yule? I know he's a Jotun, but I kind of normally hold him separate from the other Jotun.
Right. Yes, he is definitely going to put 100% of his pay for this leg of the journey in as well. Because he, on the other hand, still sees an opportunity where the young Yachten aren't real sure about making a whole lot of money. They're heading home. As far as they're concerned, hasn't they don't really have much of a need for it
Okay.
once they make it home. So
Sandoval would do 2,000 gold coins.
Again, would contribute 500.
Okay, with the extraordinary uh, difference between how spectacularly fancy some of the medicines and medical supplies can actually get, and how normal and mundane some of the reagents can actually be. I'll put a limit of about 10,000 gold pieces on those medical supplies and medicine, and that will fill your open space.
Okay, that's fine.
Unless you'd like to get stuff, unless you'd like to get stuff that's incredibly like fragile,
And then
and then we
risk.
can potentially garner a few more thousand. But then yes, you'd have to account for that.
I'm think that I'm okay with not risking. I think we'll make quite the profit as it is.
That's fair. And with that, um,
Is
so most of the
Hager?
guys,
Are you putting in any?
Shit.
Preston?
I said I'm checking.
Okay, sorry.
I have 2 crowns.
That's as much as the entire crew together.
I got 2 crowns on it. Big spender. Yeah.
quite
All
the
right.
profit, honestly.
Yeah. Sorry. Part of the reason I'm asking is I'm doing this to help keep track of my money, so I need to know how much of my own I spent. So I need to know who put in what now.
These are all very valid questions and points to be brought up. Because at some point, money will need to be divvied up,
Yep.
or one would think.
All right. So I will arrange for a full cargo of what we can fit.
Some men are even willing to sleep uncomfortably, meaning like you could overload the hull essentially. Men would move their hammocks about. They're pretty excited to make this much money on this endeavor. So they're willing to get stuck in for a few
For about
days.
a week of travel, they're willing to do it. Uh,
Honestly, if there was enough of a return, they'd probably be willing to go all the way to Ecclesia like it.
does that
Yeah, if
make?
all of them could find enough. If, so, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, does that make more space to buy more, or is that including? Are you including the extra space they're creating in the 10,000 gold worth?
Yes, that is with everyone taking liberties with other people's personal space.
All right.
Now, it's not enough to cause issues or morale problems,
Yet.
nor does it cut into like your food stores or anything.
Say it's
I
not
mean, you
morale problems because they know why they're there.
yes.
Like, this is money we're sleeping on. Money.
Mhm. Now, the alternative is that you don't get any work done. Load up your lab a little bit, move everyone's cots back, take everything down in the cargo hold, and cut some of your food supplies slightly.
I'm not willing to do
Okay. Or you could
They're
just, like
willing
I
to.
said, or you could do, like I said, and just overload everything, which would get a few more thousand gold piece worth of stuff in there.
So as we're loading, I'll actually discuss with Sandoval and Yule, like, is it worth the time and effort to do that?
What, move their hammocks around?
What he's talking about, like the extra stuff at the end to get a little bit more in.
Yule
Mm,
would suggest not, mainly because the group, one of the main things that he himself has found very easy thus far is handling the crew due to its high morale. He'd prefer not to start rubbing people the wrong way.
Okay.
He hasn't had to roll another cat of nine tails since he left Mortana. So.
I'm fine with that. That's why I asked their opinion.
Yeah, regardless, his opinion doesn't matter to the captain.
I share his opinion.
That would bring a sidelong glance, a little sheepish look from him. I say, "Thank you, Captain."
He would nod and not truly understand what sounds like Yule's slight embarrassment
Yes,
at that, or just, his chagrin at being, vindicated or something. He doesn't quite know how to take that. As far as Sandoval's concerned, Yule has been performing admirably, so,
that's fair.
he doesn't quite understand why Yule would be surprised at this, but,
All right. So before we leave, um, I do want to hold on to the Imperatus armor for now because I want to investigate it to see if I can find weaknesses in it.
Okay.
But the hand crossbows and the bastard swords, do we have a particular reason to hold on to those?
nope. I mean, unless you're wanting to train the crew or arm them.
Um, I could be wrong. I'm looking at you guys again, specifically at Sandoval and Yule, but I'm like, the swords seem a bit big for ship work.
Yeah, those are field blades there.
Yeah, good quality, but
Perhaps trade them for more saber type weapons,
you know,
or basically a cutlass.
and out of game, if I remember correctly, a hand crossbow is an exotic weapon,
Yes,
which gonna require a lot of very specific training to teach somebody to use one.
Yeah. So,
Not sure it's worth the
perhaps,
time.
yeah, we'll perhaps trade for some, boarding swords and whatnot.
Okay. Well,
Which, I mean, we should still be able to earn some coin off the top of that.
oh yeah, certainly. And I'm more than willing to expand our. I don't believe our armory is particularly overladen as it is. So if you uh, two of you want to spend some time looking for the proper gear,
Yeah, I would have Yule. Uh, what am I trying to say? Give somebody a job to, you know, or a couple people to haul around our loot, swords,
yes.
crossbows, and the like. To
So,
are they
couple
marked?
things.
That's a quick question.
No,
Okay.
they are stylized. They are not branded or marked in any fashion.
but yeah,
A
I would have
collector,
him.
a collector or someone, a historian, potentially somebody who knew what they were looking at, might be able to identify them. But for the most part, you're going to be able to sell them wherever. They're not directly synonymous with church.
Okay.
How many
But
crew members do we have again?
Uh,
NPC crew members, not
16.
including Yule. Okay, because
17
all
now.
party members have their own weapons.
Yes, 17 now.
So, well, Leander and the Selkari have their own gear.
Yes.
No,
So
we have.
16.
I'm counting 5 Jotun, 3 Mauve, and 11 Ecclesians, and that was before we added the Selkari, Yule, and Scupperjohn. Is that not correct?
The 5 Jotun,
Yeah.
I thought one of those was Yule, right?
No, because this was a list made before Yule
No.
joined.
Fair. Okay, then my count is off. So I was down by like
3 people.
three, yeah, 3 Ecclesians apparently, or 2 Ecclesians and a Jotun
Something.
and a partridge and a pear tree.
Wow, that I didn't remember we had 5 Jotun. That does seem awful large. I thought we had 3 Jotun.
Same.
Maybe
Whatever.
that's maybe
5
I have
wins.
a bad number. Anybody else have a listing for this?
No.
No, I'll go with your number though. I like it.
Oh, like that's what my pay is based off of.
Perfect.
Okay, so we need 19. What did I call them?
Sabers.
Pirate swords, cutlasses. That one. I'm like,
Pirates.
I'm like, I know there's a name for it, but
Cutlass,
yeah, well,
saber.
yeah,
Boarding axe.
all.
Would also be a
Yeah,
good one.
and potentially some boarding axe.
I mean, if we want to invest in some regular crossbows, that seems reasonable.
Let's see what we
Yes.
can get. We can get some light or heavy crossbows, whatever's available and for a decent price.
So all of the equipment, even the ammunition you guys are bringing in is masterwork.
Yep.
And so all of it will fetch a 90% market value. You're only going to lose 10% market value on it selling it here.
So how many bastard swords do we have?
15.
All right. I need to pull up a price list.
So I've got the thing open actually right in my hand. A
And
bastard sword
are you
is. Sorry, go ahead.
are you still wanting to sell some of the crystals?
I must not have because otherwise I would have considerably more money.
No, I'm saying, are you wanting
No,
to sell them?
are you wanting to? Yeah, because
Um,
remember we had talked about the ludicrous amount of money they would need a few hours to collect that amount.
right.
since
Um,
but since then that's changed because we spoke with Summit Master and are aware most of them would have probably needed to speak with him to get anywhere near that amount of money together in that short amount of time. You're pretty sure dealing with him would shorten the process. However, you may still need to hang out on the island for a while to get that much money together.
Right. I'll be honest, I don't necessarily need the money. Don't necessarily need the crystals either. Um, how I had a note somewhere and I can't seem to find where it is. What was the value of crystals I was currently handy?
75,000.
Right. I'm typing that in right now, so I have it. I don't sell them right now. No, we'll hold off. I'm trying to remember, was there something like there was a big markup for him here? Because I feel like it was more than that we were gonna get for a
Yes,
portion.
yes. As each one is worth, depending on where you sell them, around 50 to 75 gold pieces each. But here you end up with 150% markup on them.
So I could sell 5,000 worth and get 15,000.
Correct.
How many hand crossbows?
15.
So, before the ammunition, that's 11,025 gold worth of equipment. I don't know the pricing offhand of to Masterwork
300
uh,
gold each.
for each quiver or
Oh,
of crossbow bolts.
that I'm trying to find. I looked up the thing on Masterwork, but it doesn't specify for ammunition. Oh wait,
Ammo's weird. That's why the one class peerless archer
oh,
gets that
it's
the ability to make its own.
each unit of ammunition is 6 gold, so it's
Correct.
6 times
Correct.
75.
All right, so that's another 450. Use that. So it's 90% to cost times 0.9. We end up with 10,327 gold, 5 silver. And we just need to buy some cutlasses and crossbows, which with this, I believe we can afford to get 19 of each with a little bit of, with some ammunition to boot. Give me 1 second, guys.
You mean the crew actually gets some fucking armor and weapons, or just weapons?
I was going to ask, what about armor? What kind of armor would be recommending for them?
I'd say leather armor.
I was about to say leather and hide is really what most of the guys on the crew can wear. You can train them to wear something heavier, but out on the water, I mean, like more than medium doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and that's fine. I
Even even some of the medium is just like foolish. But
Yeah, I'd say leather armor's probably the best bet.
Not that you would want to openly belittle anyone on deck, but he doesn't believe there are any men that could swim as strong as he, and he doesn't particularly like for much binding when he
Oh,
opts into like light armor or piecemeal.
yeah, definitely. Unless you're gonna allow for specialty style armors that are more likely for a water environment.
Yeah, I mean stuff like that's on offer. Yule doesn't really wear a whole lot of stuff in the first place.
Sorry, I have a book called Into the Blue, specifically to deal with, water stuff. There's literally armor made out of kelp. A kelp weave is what it's called.
That's cool.
Uh, Heavy kelp weave is only 15 gold, which seems ridiculously cheap considering. But it's honestly, where is the weight? Weird, they don't list a weight for it. Oh, it's down here. Why did they? The way they have this chart is weird. Yeah, you know what? We'll just go with leather because it doesn't even make sense. Why would you even go for that? It's like twice the heavy kelp weave, which is the +2 bonus, the equivalent of leather, weighs twice as much. I
Wow.
don't understand the
Yeah,
reason.
it's kelp. Takes a lot of kelp.
Right, but I'm like, well, if that's the case, why would you wear it when you have a better option? Whatever. Yeah, we'll just. It
Yeah,
might have.
I feel like coral armor weighs less than that.
Hang on, I'm sure it's in here. Close the book and put it down, so now I gotta find it again. Coral plate weighs 70 pounds.
Oh, whoa.
Light coral armor weighs 50.
Okay, I mean, still, that's pretty cool though.
Yeah. But on the other hand, light coral armor is actually a medium armor and has a +5 armor bonus. But yeah, leather, crossbows. I'd like to split the difference on crossbows for light and heavy, since heavy can only fire every other round, but light has
Yeah.
less penetration and less range.
Sounds just like me.
Less penetration and less range.
Yep. My wife, she's a good sport.
Oh. Well, alrighty then. Um,
Give it a minute. It'll tickle down in that funny bone. It'll reach.
So you want to go 10 heavy, 9 light then?
sure, I'll leave the
Nope.
specific which way it goes, or you could just get 10 of each and
Yeah. All right.
a couple hundred bolts for each one, because they're going to need plenty of practice too.
There are a couple men that have been taking interest with Yule, um, hunting whale. He's been telling tales of whaling, and so like Yule would suggest a harpoon or more than one, honestly.
Uh,
That's a light.
I need to make a run to the facilities. Um, as far as I'm concerned, the money from this sale is used to stock the boat with whatever the crew needs to do their jobs and a little extra. That
Okay. Then yes, Yule would have a small shopping list. He could get it knocked out for around 60 gold pieces.
They done.
Cool. That will aid him in his endeavor. And he is training a Yachtin and two Mauve to be a team of whalers.
Oh, what's a whale of a town? I tell you, boys.
Man, they provide so much on the ocean. Food, tools, fuel, rope. I mean, fuck. You can make all kinds of shit out of one. He's like a survivalist on the water.
It's kind of his people's whole shtick.
Correct. Like that, the way Jaeger is on land, he's kind of like that on a boat.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat.
Yeah, I'm on a boat, motherfucker.
All right. So far, let me make sure I have this written down. Okay, so that is going to be 10 heavy crossbows. And light crossbows, 200 bolts each. 19 cutlass and 19 sets of leather armor. No.
You'll also purchases a rowboat that is smaller than the normal rowboat. It's basically like a two-man vessel.
Yeah.
One that can be put in and pulled out of the water relatively quick. Several harpoons. He ends up buying several coils of rope, things like that.
All right. Does and that all came out of his 60?
Yes.
Okay. So
Andrew been doing? Or is he
Leander's
still on the
kind of
ship?
moping. Leander's still kind of like moping. No, he's not on the ship. He's with you guys, writing
okay.
everything. Everything
Cheer
that
up.
he sees, he's writing. And actually, if anyone's paid much attention, he's actually been drawing as of late too. So,
I've noticed.
and yes, Genji, you've noticed his skills
Sorry,
are
I rolled to
his
see if
skills
I
are coming along. His skills are coming along quite nicely.
Sam, how do you spell Selkari?
SELKHARI.
Okay, so I just had a C instead of the KH. And what is their coin referred to as?
Oh, they just use bullion, gold.
Right.
Yeah, which is why they wouldn't have any problem accepting the gold coin I offered for that.
Absolutely not. They also pay in any denomination you ask for. They have no problem paying you in any denomination.
All right. So after everything, the whole shopping list said and done, that leaves us with a profit of 8,542 gold, 5 silver, mechanically speaking.
Wait, from
So
that
if we get
sale?
paid from from the 15 masterwork
You're right,
swords,
because each one's 300
15
plus,
masterwork, yeah,
and we
15
made.
masterwork hand crossbows, and then the ammunition that went with it.
Yeah, alright.
After buying everything I listed in Discord, plus Yule's expenses for 60 gold,
Okay, what was it?
that was what was it? 8,542 gold, 5 silver. And since we're going to Taveria and Ecclesia, I would request that we are paid in kind with gold and silver.
Silver and gold.
Yeah, no problem there.
Oddly enough, I think we already had. I have 5 sabers listed as we already had them on the ship. Now we have spares.
Eh, yeah, swords do break.
Yep.
You actually have a weapon called a sword breaker, implying that sort of thing happens often.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have that. But what was it? So yeah, and that's the total profit. And are we, I guess, divvying that amongst the PCs?
That wrong. I believe we will be, yes, with some set aside for. So we'll say it's 2,000 apiece, and the 542 is going to be put towards the ship. That sound
Okay,
good to everyone?
sounds good to
Supplies,
me.
repairs,
Yep.
and the
Sounds good
petty
to
cash.
me.
Yule would suggest that if there's extra leftover, you start some kind of petty cash fund because you never know when men get locked up. They need to be
Yep.
bought out of jail. It's
All
hard
right.
times
Three
for the crew
times.
Be quiet.
misfits.
Here's the thing. I'm like, while I'm understanding of my crew getting into some mischief, if we're having to bite them out of jail too many times, then they're going to end up having to find another ship.
Absolutely.
Understood.
But in that case, though,
On the other hand, I'll still buy him out the one last time.
okay, so you don't happen to, does anybody know the price of a chest offhand?
Hang on, and I can tell you because it is actually in the equipment guide.
Yeah. So I can see a key and simple lock is 20, and we'll need 3 keys at the very least. Sandoval, Armando, and Yule.
A basic chest is 2 gold. It does not come with a lock.
Yep. So 5 gold, 25 gold off of that 542 will go for the chest. And lock with 3 keys, one for Yule, Armando, and Sandoval. Assumably, we want our quartermaster to
Have access
have
to it.
access to petty cash. Yeah.
Yep.
Since often he would be the one retrieving the money to use it anyways, that may be
Mm-hmm.
a good idea. Otherwise, he'd just be tugging on your sleeve every now and then, like, I need a key.
Yeah, absolutely. So that, and I'm assuming if we're buying this much, a leather thong for the keys would probably be included.
Absolutely. For the amount of money you guys are spending on odds and ends, yeah, a strip of leather is no problem.
All right, I would hand Yule a key and the chest with the remaining 500 and some odd coins in it. So it'd be
Damn, even the petty cash one is insane.
500.
so it's 517 gold, 5 silver.
Yep.
That's something that I've noticed. That we've noticed before is that if you actually start trying to play a merchant in D&D, yikes.
Yeah, woe to the world and all its merchants.
Economy. What's that?
Broken, you say? Hmm. Let's fix it.
I tried. It did not
All right.
work.
No, no, no.
It did not
I'm
work.
having
So we're
fun.
no longer playing D&D, no longer playing Dungeons and Dragons. We're now playing spreadsheets and invoices. Everyone, get out your calculators.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I feel like it could be a fun game to actually deliberately set out from the start the characters to be merchants.
But you'd have to build a
And I
game
already
around it.
am.
Huh?
I am by family ties at least.
Well, I meant for the game to be built around that.
Yeah.
For the concept of the game itself to be, we're coming together to be merchants. The fact that we happen to be, fuck off powerful magic users and fighters by the end of this all is completely incidental. We want to make money.
High risk trading.
Very high risk.
I think they call it
Alrighty.
smuggling.
So
Now that our accounting is done,
is it?
we can get back to D&D,
Woo!
where we account for different things.
Yeah. Now that we're done doing math, let's do different math.
Uh, this math involves random chance, though, so it's much more fun.
Okay. So we say our farewells.
Yes.
What is our Salkari guy's name?
The lieutenant leaving with you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be handy to note.
It It might be. His name is very plain. It is Ali. Make way.
I was biting my tongue. Please don't. All right. Hmm.
Alrighty. So,
One
Well,
moment. Excuse me. Okay. Everyone makes it back to the ship. Problem.
I found a YouTube ambiance that I'm currently playing. Just 8 hours of creeks and wood, seagull sounds and waves. For while we're playing,
So
while we're on the ship. There is an accompanying video with this, and they're sailing towards an island, and they never get any closer.
they're not very good at it.
No.
They should have my crew. They'd have been there yesterday.
It's a hell of a crew.
I mean, so far it's been going on for 9 minutes, and they have not made any progress. It's almost like the video is the same, like, minute and a half of time just copied and pasted over and over again.
Nah, who would do that?
Because there's going to be seagulls and then a bell.
He's like, man, I love it when that bell dings.
No, when that cow goes moo.
No, my bad. It was bell, then seagulls. Sorry, guys. Let you down.
Nope. See, it's just proof it's not copy paste. That's all.
So you guys end up
You know, another solution, because it only does show the front of the boat, that they could be anchored. Because, like their jib and other sail is not raised.
Hmm.
uh, I need sail checks.
You can do that.
I don't know, guys.
As you guys are leaving port following day, the weather becomes A little rough. It's not too incredibly bad. It's enough that sailors need sail, though.
Alrighty.
At 2:30, I'm getting a little tired.
A total.
How many? One sail check.
Yes.
18. My part.
Here we have told you not to sail with a full stomach.
Wasn't sure. I was not aware Jaeger was capable of having a full stomach.
Well,
It
how we know?
happens sometimes.
When? Yeah.
Sometimes.
It's all that strange Salkari food.
I love it. It's great. It's rice.
Genji. Oh, if you like rice, buddy, you just wait. We have an entire nation built on this stuff.
They even have alcohol made from rice.
Yep.
Not as good as potatoes. You can make alcohol from that too.
I've never had rice alcohol.
Rice in a jar. Turn it into fucking alcohol. I believe it when I see it. I don't buy it. You
It
can
is.
buy it, waste your money. I'm not gonna buy it.
Sandoval didn't buy it. He took it. I don't buy it. Yeah, me either. Drinks bottle. All right. And so you guys' sail checks are enough to keep the ship from taking any damage. However, sails need to be brought in for a while. And with that, let me get spot checks from anyone.
Spot checks from who?
Anyone on deck.
Probably isn't me.
Alrighty. Oh, okay. 24.
Okay.
Check. Two. Well, the die's being consistent tonight. I think that's the third 10 I've rolled.
So average appearance.
Kind of like, oh, okay.
I'm gonna take 10 for everything. So, Sandoval. All right. Firstly, everyone check to make sure you can move your icon, and then place yourself somewhere on the ship.
All right, dropping new icon.
You cannot. Why is it? I swear to God, that's the same one from the last time we were on the ship. You should be able to move that one.
I didn't have control over that one, but it wasn't really necessary then.
That's fine.
I
I,
don't know why. I have never had trouble that I
yeah,
can think of with my icon.
mine's good. Not that I'm on deck, but you know.
Right. And then I was like, I can't move my guy again, and then because I still had it on pan move.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll be standing at the fore deck with Yule.
all right. So it's early in the morning, just as the storm is beginning to subside. There's still a little bit of rain, but there's a man overboard call from the crow's nest, taking stock of the situation. Sandoval, you're the only one that notices what it is this person sees.
Which
It's not
direction is he pointing?
uh to the right of the ship, whatever side that is
Starboard.
in nautical terms. Yeah.
The easy way to remember, port and left both have 4 letters.
Okay.
It's literally the only way I remember.
And aft kind of sounds like ass, so
Yeah, never had any problem with that one,
just came up with it.
but just now, huh?
Yeah.
And so
But anyway,
a body seems spotted floating.
do I recognize this body?
Nope.
I would call Yule over with and have him grab some rope
Okay.
and securing the rope around myself. Do I need a
Yeah.
roll for that? Or
No.
no?
No.
Okay.
Yule would aid you in your endeavor. He rolls
And
really well.
yeah, I would hope he has really good profession sailing all around.
He actually has the skill use rope.
Yeah, so do I, but not nearly as many ranks as I'd like.
That's fair.
Because you are already aware that I would like all of them.
Yeah.
But
You remember the
having
description of Mauve. It is a favored pastime and often a competition on deck to see who can tie the best knots.
I do, but I took used rope for Sandoval because we're supposed to be on a ship a lot of the time, so
Fair.
Grendel
and we
ties
do.
the best knots. Oh,
I, oddly enough, I don't remember if he took that skill purposefully or it was part of one
he
of his
has
covers.
every skill.
Yeah, it was like level 15 rogue. So
If Grendel doesn't have it, um, then Grendel
Not
has it.
straight rogue, mind you.
So
He had other. But you know what? We're getting off track. Who cares? Body.
Sandoval would jump into the water with the rope secured around him.
Okay, day. You hop in the water.
Oh, I'm sure it goes without saying that Yule would have the other end of the rope.
Fair.
I mean,
Just
that's kind of
leave.
the whole purpose of it.
As you're doing this, I'm standing off to the side by Yule's little two-man boat. But why didn't you just?
Because there may
This
not
is
be
what
time.
Okay. In
you
fairness,
hop.
All we know is it is a body. We do not know if it is a living or dead body.
no.
So I would check the condition of the body. See if they're to be
as
saved or
you
not.
approach, as you approach the body, roll your initiative.
Oh boy. Okay, come on, character sheet. I need to know what my initiative is. Oh, all right. So, Sandoval, being the deadly warrior he is, has a 6 initiative.
Ooh, deadly.
So deadly. By the way,
Deadliest.
my initiative bonus is a total of 5.
Yeah.
Went all, went all
I
gem on
gymmed a
him.
roll.
Wow.
I gymmed my initiative.
You jimmied it up, huh?
Yep.
All of you.
You've been Jimmy. Your verb. About to Jimmy this roll.
At least it's only really about initiative to have that it.
That's fair. Rest of the time, roll damage. 400,300.
He may go last, but he hits fucking hard.
Yeah, dude, what did you roll? A D12. Oh god.
2d12, and you're
Yeah, I
like,
have this bonus, and then this bonus, and then there's this attack bonus,
Yeah, but I crit it and it's a times 76.
and then you got to add in my divine ranks, and
Also, there's this template. I'm a half dragon, by the way. Did I tell you that?
like I roll a d12 amount of hit die.
I I roll my D12 to see how many dice I roll.
The Infinity Doomslayer.
You're never gonna get that one off. Infinity.
No, it instantly disintegrates anything it touches. So if you drop it, does it just like destroy the prime? If it lands on
It's
the ground?
no, just the 5 foot square it is.
And then the 5 foot square under that, and the 5 foot square under that.
Man, that's some pretty significant crit rolls there you keep pulling off. I'm gonna need you to roll those in front of me.
I'm not rolling them anymore. It is.
Yeah, I'm not letting you auto crit the earth.
Well,
I'm trying
Sandoval,
to
just
stop.
like
I live here.
just like people that listen to Rickroll, this seemingly dead person in the water's like, I'm no stranger to hugs. He's trying to hug you.
Now, is it with malicious intent, or are they just freaking out?
Um, Potentially both,
Yes.
if they're freaking out hard enough.
Or he's just like,
Okay,
oh
so what's
god, somebody
happening?
pulled me out. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. It's not that.
Oh, okay.
didn't think so.
One could hope, though, right?
So, what's happening?
Having trouble finding all my shit. I lost a pencil. Sorry.
That's because Sophia's not around to hand it to you.
Good job.
Yeah. It's because I didn't move. It's because I didn't move from my chair. If I was up moving around all over the house, I'd be able to find it all. But because I'm sitting in the same spot, everything's disappearing before my fucking very eyes. I'm sure if my wife was awake, she could find it for me. She would be happy, but she'd find it for
Be one of those, it's in your cup, dumbass,
me.
type
Yeah,
things.
it's over there on the thing that where I always put your shit. Okay.
First time she's ever put it there.
Man, it's like you know her.
It's almost like I bought a similar model.
Yeah.
Less
Supposed to be
swearing,
this.
but
Well, there was supposed to be this dishwashing feature. That shit fucking broke a couple weeks after I bought
mine works intermittently.
it. So where are we at with initiative?
I'm a 6.
6.
Is everyone rolling or just the people on deck?
People on deck currently.
So, I'm terrified.
Because you beat Sandoval?
I would beat Sandoval if I'd rolled a 1. No, I'm terrified because I have a 24.
Uh-oh.
Like,
I am
Like,
gonna
I
say
don't
though,
want to die in this fight.
if I was to get a nat 1 on a roll, initiative is not the worst one to have.
yeah.
I mean,
'Cause it
it's
doesn't.
not awesome by any means, and I would much prefer to go first. But whatever.
It doesn't.
That's what the nat 1 means. I'm in position 1, right, guys?
Hell yeah.
Doesn't auto fuck you.
Jaeger, what'd you get?
I have to roll my. It's being dumb on my sheet.
Okay.
22 initiative.
Nice.
Bullshit.
So anyway, as I was saying, they had they had spiced ham, right, with curried rice. It was amazing. Holy shit, the stuff going on.
Good job, Leander, with a 9.
You're doing better than I am.
He's taken aback. He's drawing pictures based off Jaeger's incredible, immaculate
Yeah, but
descriptions.
he's trying to figure out what a spiced ham looks like to even draw one.
How does one draw spices on a ham?
Yeah.
Corporation.
And so you grab onto the person who attempts to attack you as you grab, and their flesh feels spongy as though they've been in the water for far too long. Their face is blue and bloated. They look as though they are a drowned victim. They begin to swipe at you with their fingers or their hands, and that their fingernails are slightly elongated and kind of gnashing teeth. Um, you've seen one of these before. When you met Leander, he was surrounded by them. It's a
Lovely.
zombie. Yeah. Let's see. Genji, what are you doing?
Well,
Sandoval leaped over to the side.
I had been over by the boat. I'm imagining the boat, like I said, Yule's little boat was, because I thought that he was going to hop into that, but
Yep. Everyone kind of made their way over to the opposite side.
right. And I see that happen. I'm like, oh shit! Luckily for you, my friend, I have quick draw. I can draw my bow and fire an arrow.
That was my 7th level feat, and Starfinder.
Yeah, we did. Yes.
7 levels before you could shoot a bow. Man, lame.
Who needs a bow? I have a disintegration pistol.
Much cooler.
I think he wins that. Does a 19 hit?
I hope so.
Yes, absolutely.
Eh, sure, might not have. Be a D6. And 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Did I calculate that right? Hold on. Oh, yeah, 6 points of damage. Okay, sorry.
Okay. Roll spot check, Genji.
Oh no. I want the ninja to notice something.
Didn't notice it the first time.
30.
30.
I was also on the other side of the ship. $30.
All right. Some more fools coming to join the party. You see them.
What, climbing up the side of the ship?
Yep.
Boarders!
Armando, I need you to roll a will save.
17.
All right. And you hear from on deck an alarm ring out. Bell begins to chime. You're pretty sure you can make out the voice of Genji clearly yelling, "Boarders!" And as he says that, that deep thrum resonates from somewhere here within your cabin. That sort of high pressure feel, and where normally it would be the point where you either yawned and your ears would pop, or it would become increasingly painful. You, however, succumb, and you see the little silver specks for your eyes, and you slip into unconsciousness.
Well, fuck. Good luck, guys.
Jaeger.
Sandoval is yelling, "Pull me up! Pull me up! Pull me up!"
Jaeger, it is your turn.
Um, help Armando back on his feet.
Armando's not even on deck.
Armando's downstairs. Let me grab him real quick.
Oh no, man, overboard!
No, that's the way it started.
Let's not go back to that.
Is it time for the struggle, Snuggles?
It's Jaeger. Isn't it always
No,
time for the
I'm not
struggle,
jumping.
Snuggles?
Yeah, I'll make it right up here. Jump off.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 Not shove that guy out the way. Jump down here.
Rolling acrobatics. Roll a jump check. Forgive me. That's a skill.
Which I am very good at. I can jump.
Prove it.
Jump's good.
That one.
Me not fly. Me jump good.
Falling with style.
Oh, 4 on the dice. Okay. 21 jump.
Okay, so you're like kind of good at jumping. Whatever. Yeah, you don't break your ankles. That would be terrible. I got this guy. Oh, I rolled the shit out of my ankle.
He finds the soft spot in the
Is-
deck.
Is it cake?
We had the strongest guy.
Finds the soft spot in the deck. It lands on Armando.
I'll say we had the
Wakes him up.
strongest guy in our game lose a strength competition because he rolled a nat 1. It was they were carrying barrels of water back and forth. So we decided that the reason he lost is he picked it up and he squeezed it too tightly and broke the barrel. And part of the game was you couldn't spill the water. Well, he spilled the water when he broke the barrel.
That's actually a very fair assessment of
Yeah.
a super strong guy failing to do a strong thing.
Yeah, like it was strength was too much.
I
He
would
didn't
agree with that.
control it.
Like
Yeah.
you go to kick the door open and your foot gets stuck in the door.
Yeah, like Andre the Giant on Princess Bride. He's like, jogging. I think I jogged him too hard.
Um,
So what are you doing? Waiting for this thing to make its way on deck?
pull out my Yachten sword and wait. When he
Okay.
gets in range, I will attack.
Okay.
That is my turn.
All right. Ali notices another, breaks away from pulling rope to engage in melee. Too bad. Okay. And Sandoval,
Yeah.
roll a roll a reflex as you are being pulled up out of the water.
25.
Okay. That is not enough to avoid the attack of opportunity, but it is enough to aid Yule in pulling you up and not make it harder for him. Um, what's your flat-footed AC?
Which is currently an 11.
An 11.
Well, hold on. Trying to think, because I have. No, it would be. My hat would count towards my flat footed, correct?
Absolutely.
That would be a 12 then.
Okay. And yeah, it swats at you and seemingly does little as it misses your armor class by 1. So you feel it hit you, but it literally does nothing to you. And you're holding on to the rope and kind of scaling the side of the ship, albeit at an accelerated rate as Yule is pulling you up. Yes, and you guys hear from Leander. Uh, guys,
Turning. Oh dear.
and
Shit.
Leander begins fighting with one. Shink, shink, shink.
Sink, sink,
Too
sink. Shank your enemy.
bad. Cool. Draws a
Oh,
saber, begins slashing at the thing, and attempting to heckle it, but he will soon find that his heckling is to no avail. Sandwall, it is your turn.
Am I on the deck yet?
Yes, you are now on deck.
Righty.
Will you stay bound in this rope, or will you allow Yule to aid you in pulling it off of you?
I would allow him to pull it off of me.
All right. then that will leave you with movement or an attack, one or the other.
So, I'd say for my movement, can I wrap my a dueling cloak around my arm?
Absolutely. You
Then,
could do that while moving. I would allow that.
okay, so because there's more of them this way, I'm going to go. Let's see, I can. Hold on, let me make sure I have. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go make sure Leander doesn't die. Now I need to. Yeah. So I'll go up here, make sure. Yeah, Leander's fine, and then adjust my AC accordingly. I'm going to be putting my dodge bonus on that guy.
Already.
All right, so
All right,
yeah.
Armando, you can give me a initiative roll now.
Fighting a whole nother battle, huh?
Yep.
14.
Oh, real quick, Sam.
Sure.
Would it be, since my dueling cloak only takes one arm, would I have been able to draw my sword as well?
Absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, I have done that as well.
Okay. Sorry. Doing stuff. Crewman turns to, well, he doesn't have to turn. It's already been turned. He's not faring too well. We're back to Genji.
Lead. Uh, no, that. Uh, hold on. Just one crewman against two over there.
Yes.
So, I had to help that guy because oh shit. Okay, hell yeah, I can get there in a single move. Hello. And drop the blade. Okay. Okay. That's gonna be a 25 to hit. I really fucking hope I hit on that. I am in. Boss,
Again, sorry.
25 to hit.
Oh God, yeah.
No, zombies can pull out some undead, pull out some weird shit.
That's fair.
That would be a total of 8 points of damage.
Okay. Roll a d3 for me.
I did not roll that bounced. There we go. 3.
3. You remove its left arm.
Well then. Okie dokie.
Chink.
Just falls to the ground.
Yep.
Looking at that.
I mean, it's still kind of like flopping. Its fingers would presumably drag the arm around.
Okay.
You're pretty sure it's of little to no threat currently, though. Like it may be a threat later, left alone, but it's not part of the combat.
Okay. Alrighty, but that is my
Okay.
turn.
First, Jaeger, you get an attack of opportunity as this one makes its way onto the deck. This one as well. One is shambling outside.
It's a 33 hit.
No, I'm lying, by the way. Yes.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the stats for that. Gotten sword.
Three D4.
Got 9 on the dice plus 8, so 17 damage.
Nice. And yes, this green skinned one has some kind of weapon in his hand. Looks like jagged broken piece of coral. Its eyes have no color, and it is hissing.
I would be too if something smacked me for 17 damage in the face.
I don't know. I don't know if you've ever actually sustained more than like 3 or 4 points of damage in your entire life.
This is very true. I probably wouldn't be conscious if I sustained 17 points of damage. Uh.
With the negatives I have to my con, yeah, I'd probably go down.
He's like, because let me tell you, I've been rolling a d4 for years.
I don't even have the spells to back it up.
No, man, that's just commoner shit. I became an NPC at some point.
Yeah.
All right, Jaeger, it is your turn. Because that was actually the attack of opportunity for it moving into your threat range.
I'm gonna smack him again.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Jameson, your ambiance is coming through Discord.
It is, and that is amusing.
I don't think it quite, says the gravity of the situation, though.
It's like, now it's just, freaking wood. Feels kind of lame.
Occasional bell.
Two to hit.
Say that again.
I got a 32 to hit on my first attack.
Yes.
And a 31 on my second attack. No,
Oh,
sorry, no,
okay.
wait, not a 31. Apologies. Not a 31. I'm not adding the giant number. 43 on my second attack.
Yeah.
My second attack hit
23?
43.
How?
On my second attack,
Are you saying 20 or 40?
23.
All right.
2-3.
I could have
2-3.
said 40.
I swear to God, dude, both times I tried to clarify, it sounded like you repeated the number 40. That's why I was like, how?
3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Sorry.
it's like
Sorry.
we're gonna need to
Sorry.
check your math on that one.
The
Sorry.
hammer of God, that's how.
Oh shit.
Called fuck you.
Woo. Yeah, so yes, your second attack hits as well.
takes 18 damage on the first swipe and then 20 damage on the second swipe.
Okay. And your second swipe is enough to finish him.
Finish him.
And what happens is you actually slit him open at the gullet. You know, his belly opens and he sort of bursts forth with all kinds of sea life or fish, sea snakes, all of them just come pouring out of his in place of innards.
Ew.
And so there's just like fish flapping around at your feet, seawater, and everything has this green, oily tinge to itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
5-foot step in front of this guy.
All right.
That's my turn.
Um, let's see. No, Genji. Genji roll a spot. It's a relatively odd angle. You roll a spot.
31.
Yeah, you notice the zombie thing bust open and all that green oily shit goes everywhere too.
Well, that's distinctly disturbing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you just chopped one's arm off. Now that one exploded. It's almost like they're they're falling apart already. You know what I mean? So Armando,
Mm-hmm.
you are being shaken awake
Well,
as
that's
you come to. Daisy standing over top of you has her welding visor down. Her hair is a mess sticking out from under the leather straps. You can barely make out what she's saying as her voice is sort of uh, muddled from behind the mask. All around, however, you're noticing just this gray haze. You don't really see much of the room or anything else for that matter. You remember this feeling or the way this looks from your dream. Very similar.
all right. Well, I still don't know we're under attack. I just know there's a weird haze and.
As Daisy has woken you up, you are laying on the floor.
What?
She has yeah, she's kind of cradling you, waking you up.
What happened?
I don't really know, but there's an alarm on deck. You fell down, and
Really?
the only way that I knew to really aid you was to try and wake you, but I couldn't.
Looking at the weird haze. Grab the lantern. Not.
Roll a wisdom check.
Yeah, I probably should have rolled on the thing instead of up and doing because I got a 6.
Okay. Yeah, you stand and she stands with you, lantern in hand.
No, not that one.
Ah.
Is her voice
Grabs
off?
pseudo magic lantern. Sounds like it's coming from the other side of a door, muffled and garbled.
I. Uh. It's not exactly like I can use most of my gear in this situation, so. Uh. Yeah, grab my crossbow, my harpoon, my sickle. I can. Only real melee weapon I have.
Yes. And oddly enough, as you go to retrieve those items, you don't you don't need to physically retrieve them. It's almost like in a dream
Yeah, I got that. I
where
just
you kind of kind
Armando
of
has not.
they're there. You kind of reach for them with your mind's eye, and they are on your personage.
I will open the door.
You open the door. And the door opens to remember the basement of the Black Church site.
Yeah.
It opens to a place similar to that. Not that place, but one very similar.
I shut the door.
All right.
Do that quick, open it, peek through it again real quick. Nope. Okay.
Okay. And as you turn to kind of glance back at Daisy,
Mm-hmm.
you notice over her shoulder, you can see her laying in the floor behind her silver lined personage standing behind you. She's not fully incorporeal, but you can see a silver cord stretching from her physical body to directly where she is standing. And if you look down at your own abdomen, you notice one stretching from yourself to a heap underneath of Daisy's body. And you notice she has shielded you in some protective manner.
Uh.
Meanwhile, up on deck, Yule comes rushing, draws his blade, and even in the morning light, This blade shines an incredible hue, one of a rising sun, which had already occurred this morning, so it's odd seeing it again. Slashes him for a mighty amount of damage. Okay. Sandoval.
So,
Leander and you are relatively close in initiative. So, what are you doing? As I will roll for him and stuff. Basically, he's just fighting with the thing in front of him.
do I get a
So
flanking
he can.
bonus for fighting with that one?
You absolutely get a flank bonus. Sadly, they cannot be critted.
All right. So, what's my flank bonus? I forget.
+2.
So 25 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, so that does 9 points of damage.
Ouch.
And I can get. I'll take a second attack on that one. Okay, so that definitely hits. I'd say if a 23 hit, then or a 25 hit, then a 31 definitely hits. But
Yes.
unfortunately, they can't be critted. So he takes on the second one actually. Well, it wasn't quite a. Actually, it wasn't. It was still above 25, but not quite a 31. That was my full attack bonus. 13 points the second hit.
Okay. And you drop that one. Leander kind of does the comedic wiping of sweat from the brow kind of thing.
I still have my dodge bonus on this guy,
Okay.
but I believe 2 attacks is my turn.
What is your armor class against that one?
20.
God, yeah, it fails utterly. Um, Genji, what is your armor class?
19.
Oh, and it barely misses you. You have to actively move to avoid being stabbed. Nope, forgive me. You're fighting a basic one. It tried to claw you. And down goes one shipmate. Okay. And one, two, three. All right, Jaeger. Sandoval, Genji, all at the same time and in unison from the mouths of the zombies, you hear a woman's voice echoing deep from within their chest as they open their mouths and begin sort of whisper uh, that echoes, kind of comes out in a hissing sound, a raspy voice. Look for the dreamer, the deceiver, and I'll have him. Hide him no more. Bring him to me. I assume you guys would tell him to fuck off? Or is everybody going to lay
Yeah.
down arms?
I would let out a war cry.
I'm gonna lay
And
down my
on my
arms
next turn,
directly into their chest.
That's fair.
yeah, on my next turn, I'd attack ferociously. But
Yule does not seem to be backing down. He bellows a war cry himself. Ali is calmly, just meticulously picking his apart. There is just green, oily substance all around. He, however, is completely clean. And so, Genji, it is your turn.
Choke on your own bile and die.
Again.
another day.
21 to hit.
Yeah.
Second attack is 24.
All right. First one misses. Second one hits.
Really, second one, the first one misses.
21, yes.
Okay, no, I'm just was like, oh, okay. Complaining, just kind of 6 points of
Yeah, I
damage.
know you usually opt in for the first one to do its thing and the second one to fail, right?
Right, kind of like, oh,
Extinct. And this one drops. This guy here repositions himself in an attempt to aid Yule. To no avail. He is rolling shit. And do you want your 5 foot step?
good. Actually, no, I won't
Alrighty.
step. I will step over here.
Okay. Jaeger, it is your turn.
I'm going to use my movement. I'm going to put my sword away. I'm going to hug him.
Okay.
You're going to threaten my brother. You deserve a hug.
Now, come here, man. You seem pretty miffed. Let's just hug this out.
Hug it out. Let's just hug it out. It'll be okay. It'll be probably. Oh shit. I don't care about the dice roller. Uh So can he resist a 40 on a grapple check? Can he get better than a
He can absolutely try. No. So you
really
grapple him.
intense hug next turn? Yes. Yeah, I gotta. My thing
Successfully
still
grapple.
takes 2 turns. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't grapple twice in a turn. That'd be super cool.
Would it not work as a second attack type thing, or no?
No.
Nah.
Sadly, it's not true
Really,
the way
yeah.
the mechanic works.
It's not. Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah, you grab him, then pin him. I don't. Whatever.
I
I mean,
haven't played
either
in a
way, he
while, so
moved already anyway.
you guys get to see my new grab damage. Pretty. There's a reason I put away the sword. Sword's pretty brutal, but come here. Let's hug it out. Threatening my brother and stick. Yeah, let's hug this out. You deserve a hug.
Ali. As it spills its fish-like entrails, he gets up out of its way. And from down in the hold come more men. And the guy from the crow's nest finally fucking hits. There are arrows, by the way, or I guess crossbow bolts stuck here and there.
It's coming out of his pay.
If you can't hit a shambling corpse, I'm sorry. I don't.
Well, they're not shambling. These ones are moving at normal pace.
So
They're
were my
just
shambling zombies. I guess they were moving at a little faster than pace.
so I don't know if you're aware, but shambling is like a movement type. It implies
I'm
like
aware it's
hand
like
movement.
a weak limp. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's more of a gait, implying it's not fast.
It was funny. The shambling zombies that are moving 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, me.
A heck of a shamble.
They're still limping, but they're just fucking fast.
Yeah, me personally, I'm more of a meanderer.
I tend to stroll.
These boots are made for walking.
That's fair too.
My boots aren't made for walking, but they do a lot of it.
You Yule takes this zombie here and just does another incredible amount of damage to it. And Genji, you're right there. It's not pretty. He sends its upper torso in one direction, lower stays as he just bellows this incredibly guttural, primordial sounding scream. It's ferocious. You're pretty sure were he to turn his intent, uh, will saves may be needed, as it is fearsome to behold. Okay, Armando. Daisy is waiting for your lead as the room begins to fill with whispers. They are indiscernible at the moment, but sound like several voices.
So I'm gonna grab a few more of my things and gesture for her to grab a few to supply herself with some weaponry. We'll open the door, and I assume it's still the grove.
You open the door that opens to a similar grove. It is not the same one you had opened to previously. Seems as though this door is sort of jumping in intervals. You can roll actually a knowledge arcana. Forgive me, I forgot that you picked that skill up at some point.
Well, with all the crap I've been dealing with, this seemed prudent.
Yes.
26.
Yes. And so with the myriad of colors, you're pretty sure most of the effects done by the Black Church thus far have been psionic. This attack, however, is magical in nature, as it is the same sort of magic that drew you to your previous pocket dream. So you're pretty sure it has to do with magic and the aether, as opposed to psionics and any kind of like those crystals and stuff. But yes, you open the door, you step through, and you step out into what is basically a very beautiful field, bright sunny up above you. However, down at your feet, it's just that dark, muddy clay. And one moment. Thought I had a handout prepared. I can't seem to find the. So the handout's there, but there's no picture. So hold on one moment. See this. She stands in the midst of the clay, and as you get closer or further away from the door, whatever, It seems that the clay takes on a more viscous like feel and becomes almost water like the closer you get to her, implying that the closer you get, the more detriment to oneself you may begin to suffer.
All right. Well,
She
I'm going to guess.
stands before you.
She say anything?
Currently, no. She's just kind of oogling you.
So I'll give you one chance to stop this.
You dare to make
All right, chance
any kind
rejected.
of
Hit her with the
claim.
light.
You dare to make any kind of claims over my freedom? And the light hits her. She just kind of hisses at it.
Yeah, well, I wasn't just the light that I was hitting her with. While she's distracted by the light, I'm hitting her with a fucking lightning bolt.
Okay. What's the DC to get out of the way of that thing?
I know I have this written down. And you know what? I never remember, so I'm just gonna pull up the page. Uh, 10 plus half my level plus my intelligence modifier. So 20.
Okay. And yeah, she kind of blinks from position she's at to several feet to one side for the briefest of moments. And as the lightning is finished arcing out and about, it's almost as though she sort of shifts back into the same location. A trident in hand in a defensive manner, her forked tongue coming out as she bears razor sharp, shark like teeth in an open maw that is far too wide for her human face. And she lets out a hideous banshee like roar, screams inside of your head metaphysically that you're such a fool. We could have been allies. I extend an offer, an invitation to you.
This
You
is not
struck a
how you
goddess.
do that.
You interrupt me in speech. You,
Yeah.
you continue to be insolent.
You know, I don't trust anyone who looks like they're working with the Black Church and who has the same approach to conversation.
The black chair. And yes, she looks as though she is thinking for a moment. Is that the name they have chosen?
Ones who
Worry not.
ones who flooded the world, apparently. Yeah.
Is that what they told you? Never mind. I will crush them.
Oh. Well, then I apologize.
As you should. And yeah, for the briefest of moments, her anger subsides
Out of game.
as she
I am like stiff
becomes.
back. I don't care. I don't know that I believe that she's a goddess, but she's
That's
throwing
fair.
around power I don't comprehend. So
That's fair.
I'm uh I'm nervous.
And
Very, very
yeah,
nervous.
her anger subsides for a moment. And she uses her trident to kind of literally rip a fucking hole in nothing. She looks at you and she says, "We could have been the greatest of allies,"
Mm.
and slithers through on her tentacles,
Good luck.
leaving a leaving a ragged hole. You're pretty sure you don't want to follow her. You
No.
could,
No, thank
you
you.
could,
Let's go back.
but there's this gaping maw, and it's got this vacuum like suction happening. Mind you, she did not have a silver cord attached to herself, nor did she seem incorporeal.
Nope. That's the second thing that claimed it was a deity that has tried to talk with me. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not digging it. Daisy, let's go.
Yeah, she's
Go
just
back.
completely mortified as she is scared stiff.
Yeah.
She came in with her torque bow at the hip ready and is still standing there with it on her hip at the ready. Let me know when it's time to do something. Like the time has passed. Let's go.
Let's go. No, you did what I asked. Good, good. That's the time to do something is to go back to in the room, assuming the door is still there, which I really hope it is.
Yes, the
Okay.
door did not go anywhere. You turn and it's actually still open. And
Yay.
yeah, yeah, you look through it and your bodies are still there. Silver cord is fine. You get the sense that you could potentially travel far away from your body, really far away. You're not sure how far you'd like to go.
I don't really like not being in my body. That's where I prefer to be.
Okay. Some people want to meet the gift, you know? And
Uh,
so you make your way back to your bodies. Um, Sandoval, it is your turn.
Did anyone else hear him?
No.
I hear background talking, but that was all I heard.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
There we go.
Okay,
Good.
awesome.
Did you try moving your mic?
I did because I was eating something and I didn't want my munching to ruin the moment.
Thank you. It was a very tense moment.
Right.
It's
So,
not every day you meet Ursula, you know?
yeah. Uh, this guy right here. I want to make him not be right there.
This guy.
Oof. Does a 20 hit him?
A 20 donut hit him.
Wait, hold on. 22.
A 22
I
hits him.
I can math. And that is 11 points of damage for that attack.
Ouch.
And that will hit. That's a total of 26. Ooh, and he gets. I'm liking these second rolls, man.
It seems to be the theme this fight.
13 points of damage.
Nice.
For a grand total of 24 points.
That one goes down. All right. Genji.
Looking around.
Yeah, that guy's not faring too well.
I have an idea for something I want to do. It's going to look really cool if I can pull this off. Should I do it?
You
Absolutely.
should do it.
You should only do if it's gonna be like super cool.
Okay. I want you to describe
Is
what I
that
want to do. Literally, jump, run along the edge of the boat, and then jump up again to strike at the zombies.
all right?
Like
And
some
now,
Ghost of Tsushima
because we
stuff.
are on a boat, you can roll your profession sailing for balance, climb, tumble. I don't believe that those are better than the actual skills themselves for you. It is an option, however.
Let's do these. Actually, funnily enough, other than for balance, it is. Okay. What do you want first?
So first, give me a jump and balance.
7 for the jump. 22 for the balance.
Okay. Yeah, you're just kind of leaping over the rail. Your balance is it's not the best that you've ever done, but more than enough to run along the banister here.
All right. So I can actually go along the banister.
Yes, I will need either a tumble or profession sailing as you make your way past the cargo net.
20.
Yeah, you make it. And you are moving currently at half speed. So if you move your, you can move your full movement, and that will be the end of your turn.
Okay. No, it's still. Yeah, no, it still would be. Fair. A lot closer than you think, because don't forget my base speed is 40.
Oh, I'm aware.
Okay. I move like the wind.
Ninja. Okay, so that's is that you? Is that all of you?
Well, I mean, so I get over there.
Well, Yeah.
Okay, cool. What? This guy's like, oh shit, oh shit. Hello.
I have come to talk to you about your life's extended warranty. It is expired.
Never go. Jaeger, get your hugs in, bro.
So, what do I have to do? Because I was thinking about something cool. I want to make this guy that I'm hugging right here. I want to make him like be facing over here, but I want to like suplex him on his head. Can I do that?
You can, yeah, you can
Like
slam
pick
him.
him up and slay. Yeah. Is that like strength? Is that in my grapple?
So you currently have him grappled. You will,
Right.
however, need another to pick him up off his feet,
Right.
and
Another
then
one
you
to.
will attack with, and then you will attack and damage him. That's how it will work. Roll another grapple. Now, see, all of this could have been done in one fell swoop. Like, had you just been like, I want to pick him up and slam him, could have grappled him and slammed him last round.
In order for my feet to work.
Yep, that's fair.
Only got 36 on my grapple check.
Jesus. Yeah, even at his most extreme, he still is 3 under. So the only thing that would have helped him was a nat 20. And he didn't get that. Go ahead. You pick him up, roll your slam damage, roll your unarmed.
Is it just my Earth's embrace, or am I just rolling slam damage or attack?
Yeah, just roll your attack. You don't even need to roll to hit him. You're literally just
Right.
throwing him on the ground. Well, I guess you want to suplex him, so whatever. You got him grappled. So you'll roll the damage, and then I will roll extra damage as you are a falling object.
Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he just called Jaeger a tool.
That's a solid 12 damage.
Oh,
Or do I roll a d6?
no.
On my land?
And you land on top of him as well. And you feel his bones and stuff kind of give way under your hulking frame. I need you to roll a fortitude save, however. As he busts into an oily green paste, bones and seafood everywhere. And you are covered head to toe in this sludge. You popped him like the most disgusting water balloon.
On my fortitude.
I'm sorry, did you roll? What'd you say?
Yeah. I said I got 20 on my fortitude.
A 20?
28.
28. Okay. Yeah, you're fine as you're covered in the oily green substance.
Oh, he did?
Oh God, yeah. Like I said, you popped him like a fucking balloon. Splat.
It must have been weak to damage.
And so Ali just kind of like Ezio's his way down over rails, landing on the other rail, and then landing on the deck, entering melee as this guy gets shivved and drops. The weaponry in their hands, Genji, Sandoval, um, are bits of coral that have been chipped into a dagger like shape.
Huh.
It's definitely different. As long as one remains on deck, I will be adding it to my collection.
Yule comes running, screaming, and leaping far as his newfound rage strength will take him, which is quite far. And lands on top of. Oops. There's so many assets, I can't grab them. Move out of the way, everyone. He inhabits the same space as that one, landing on it, causing a
Ew.
decent bit of damage to it. Genji, you just watched Yule jump almost 30 feet. He just jumped about 28 feet, bellowing through the air as he lands on the thing with the sword plunging through it. They both leave a decent bit of splintering on the deck as he and Yule sink about a quarter of an inch. Boards are giving way. Down below deck, you, Armando, and Daisy are waking up to the roof taking a massive slam. Some of the boards kind of creak and splinter downward. You hear the unmistakable yell of a yacht. You've heard Jaeger scream similarly. It is your turn, by the way, Armando.
of that come through?
That part did.
Oh boy. So I said I was asking. So tired of this mic. I don't know what happened. I asked Jaeger if I can feel him through our connection. What's going on?
Oh, there's weird, sick green men up here, brother. I just caught one.
Oddly enough, they were asking about you.
Yeah. They asked us to hand you over. So I, I gave them a hug. Are you all right?
No, but we'll talk about that later. So I'm, yeah, making sure Daisy's okay, and I'm grabbing the stuff I had originally grabbed and heading up for the deck. Which is going to take me a while because I have to
Shit.
go all the way from this side of the boat to this side of the boat and then go upstairs.
Daisy is following behind,
Okay.
armload of odds and ends. Okay. And Leander finally fucking do something. Maybe. Oh, look, there's one on the ground. He's gonna go and fight that one. Come on. Dude, really?
Like I saw him move. Not much.
I was trying to move it, it just kept resizing his ass.
I've had that happen a couple times. And you're just like, no, stop.
Yeah,
Stop that.
it's just like Leander's looking a little thin. Yeah, he runs up and can not find purchase. Yule seems to be taking up the bulk of that 5 foot square. Sandoval, it is your turn.
Well, being that there is quite a few people up here and only NPCs down there. Let's see. I should be able to do it. And only with half a movement as I slide over here and stab for 31.
Yeah, you stab it.
And he takes 8 points of damage. And the movement count, or I can only hit once because I moved, right?
Correct.
Okay. So 8 points of damage because I spent all my luck on my fucking attack roll, apparently. And mend my damage.
That's all right. These three guys have been kind of picking at him, so he's relatively close to death. Second death. Um, Genji, it is your turn.
I shall attack the one that is not currently being rendered flat.
I'll make paste of you yet.
First attack. Oof. That's only a 19.
No cigar.
And that attack was worse.
Even less cigars.
Yep.
So the 19 hits him, but
Oh,
his
it does.
soft, well, let me explain. So it actually hits him, but doesn't go through his soft, squishy exterior. So it's like slicing the blubber on a whale. It does very little.
Gotcha.
Jaeger, make a spot check as you're on your knees in a weird green puddle, surrounded by flapping, oily fish.
Sorry. 29 on my spot check.
See this zombie here?
Yes.
Completely motionless, but still just standing. The guy in the crow's nest has put a couple bolts in it, and it's not moving. It's just kind of.
It doesn't look like the other ones.
Nope.
It's not attacking.
It's your turn, by the way.
Well, I'll what what's why? Why are you not what's wrong with you?
A
Poke it.
response kind of continues to.
Smack it in the
Poke
face
it.
with one of the fish.
I'm gonna pick him up, carry him to the rest of the
Doesn't
group. I'm confused.
it does not resist?
Yelling at the guy in the crow's nest. Stop shooting it!
Well, yeah, you pick it up, sort of like shoulder it like a piece of equipment. He's like, he's not gonna shoot you. So okay, and yeah, that would be the rest of
Telepathically,
you.
I'll tell Armando. I have this zombie that's not like the other zombies.
Got
You
this
want to look
zombie.
at
It's
it?
kind of lifeless, but I'm boom. Oh, waka waka.
Yeah, I'm letting the rest of the crew know too.
Sand of
I
all.
got this friendly zombie. I don't know if it's friendly, but it's not. It's not doing nothing. Can we keep it?
Ali steps up and
This is surely better than a bear.
slashes it a couple of times, flinging the green oily substance about, dropping it. Um, it too spills its innards and the green oily substance on the ground, but you guys just kind of like it goes all over your boots. Really, is about it.
We'll be swabbing the
Well,
deck today.
not Sandoval's boots, but the other guys. Sandoval, for whatever reason, floating just above that ship.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's above it. Um, uh, Yule, yes, and Yule bests his in the struggle snuggle and removes its head,
Wasn't really
throwing
using
what
it anyway.
remains overboard. Yeah, throwing what remains overboard. Armando and Daisy, you make your way onto the deck of the ship.
Alright, I guess first would be a perception check to.
Assess.
Yep. I have so confused, I see no problems. I rolled a 1.
And you see Jaeger carrying a zombie. He's kind of like
That did the
haphazard.
confusion.
Yep, he's just irreverent about the entire situation. Doesn't care. Everyone's butchering one another. He himself is covered in this green oil, carrying a zombie that's not resisting. Um, there's a group of guys to your left. They seem to have just taken care of one. But other than that, yeah, man, just seems like confusion.
Okay, so about this one of our guys.
Yep.
Ali.
No, the downed one.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Collectively, you have lost two deckhands.
No, we haven't. They're right there.
You're like, I'm not losing anyone.
Mm-mm.
Hey, that's you guys.
So yeah, I have Daisy help me grab him.
Leander and Sandoval.
Quick, we can save this one. He's not dead yet.
Leander would. Genji, noticing that you're struggling, Leander's like, a bit of a song, mate, and begins singing for you. And now you're getting inspired. He's like, come on, you can do it. Sandoval, it is your
Okay. I would like to jump over the rail and stab this guy.
Okay.
So you need a jump check
You are
from me.
being inspired. Yes.
And is it his inspire apply to skill rolls as well?
It is a no. It's a plus
Okay.
two currently to your attack stuff, and his is special, so it's different than what you would normally see. You get a plus two to your attack and damage, plus a plus one to your armor class while he is singing.
Nice. So that's a total of 28 to jump over the rail.
Yeah.
And that is going to be, go back to my weapons tab. 22 to hit
You hit.
And then that is 12 points of damage.
Alrighty. Genji, your turn.
Yep. Let's see if we can do this time.
And we're flanking.
True.
This thing is currently leaking fluids.
My main problem is that I don't think I can crit, which means I can't sneak attack, which means I can't Iaijutsu. Basically, all the stuff I normally do to amp my damage.
Can't do any of it.
Yeah.
Hopefully your regular attack will kill him, because he's leaking.
24. 20.
24 hits.
Is that with the +2 from Leander?
Well, the one would be a 26, and then the next one would be a 21, but 21 doesn't hit.
No, a 22 hits.
Right, it's a +4 to hit, isn't it?
Because, yeah, we're flanking.
Shit, okay, yeah, no. Yeah, the first one would have hit too.
Boom,
The one
boom.
would hit. I'm sorry. I am starting to tire here. My mind's going math.
That's all right, guys. It's almost 4 a.m. We ran a little long, so it's all right.
And then plus to the damage. 6 plus my 2 to strength plus 10. And total between the two hits, unless you want me to separate them.
No, you can just
is
total it.
18 points of damage.
And yes, I am not currently in front of my computer, but you drop him.
Excellent.
I raise my sword in victory and let out a war cry.
Okay. And that is the end of combat, guys.
Now it's time to tend to the wounded.
Tend to the wounded, potentially clean up some of that oily nastiness, which Armando had mentioned. Well, they'll be swabbing that.
Armando! Leander! We have 2 down.
Quick, get them to my lab.
Own it.
I'll pick up the guy next to me.
And
Daisy.
Daisy attempts to help, but there are far too many men around to allow her to do that.
Daisy, prep the white pack with the red X on it.
What the hell is this thing? He's like, come on, I'll show you.
A little bit later, we have
over
2
here, guys.
injured men rather than 2 dead men.
Yes, and here currently is where we will pause.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off and fall asleep.
All right. I will stop.